Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome back to episode 6 of What If Izuku Midoriya Had the Mask. Let's fucking go. But, yeah, no, I realized something. Like, just now, Izuku's just gonna flat out go missing. Because Izuku's not gonna tell his fucking parents. Why would he tell them? He doesn't care. Like, granted, like, he'll leave a note saying, hey, yo, I went to Jump City. Eddie, don't worry, I am doing online classes. And it's like, it's one of those situations. But they're mainly pissed off that Izuku's fucking going to Jump City, which is, like, it's kind of far. So they have reason to be mad. So we're gonna speed it up to once they get there, right? Right, specifically when Izuku, like, has all his shit basically in his infinite pockets and just kind of like, alright, why the fuck is it a giant T? Like, just straight up, like, why? And it's like, whose design choice is that? How is this building standing? Just like, it's one of those situations to where, like, they don't know why Damien chose, oh, fuck it, let's have a big-ass T, you know what I mean? But, like, and when Izuku enters, like, he does meet Cyborg and stuff. Of Cyborg and Beast Boy, which he's fine with them. Like, he doesn't find Beast Boy annoying, which is, So, like, when Izuku gets showed to his room, like, he already had furniture, and he's like, alright, give me a minute. So, like, what he does, he puts the mask on in front of everybody. Which, like, Raven didn't come out to meet him. Because why the fuck should she? But as soon as that mask gets put on, fucking meditation stops. Like, and she basically gets fucking chills of, oh, hell no, bad shit. Bad shit's happening. What's going on? Like, because the mask is a very powerful magical artifact when activated. It can rip holes in fucking space-time if it really fucking wanted to. And, like, Raven just appears through a portal and sees, like, Izuku proceeding to, like, open up a wormhole on the window and just, like, start moving the furniture in it, and that was already there, and they're like, why are you, and it's like, personal effects, don't worry about it. Okay, you want any help? No, it's fine. And he's just basically, like, being able to flick it into the wormhole. Raven's there like, what the fuck is going on, and who is he? And he's like, Robin's like, you didn't read the note on your door, did you? And it's like, what note? Kind of like, it's like, this is the new guy. Okay. Like, and Izuku's just kind of not caring the fact that some random lady that, like, he feels in the back of his head, like, if she tries something with this mask, end her life. Like, one of those. And, what happens is pretty straightforward and, honest to God, weird. After Izuku puts everything in the wormhole, he shuts it, opens it again, and starts dragging out new furniture. Right? During the as time, Raven is just asking him questions. He's answering to the best of his ability. And then, like, the questions about the mask pop up. Which, like I said, would send off alarms for Izuku, and he would just say, well, why do you want to know about it? And it's like Raven's kind of flat out says, because that's a very dangerous magical artifact, and it's like, yes, and you are the daughter of Trigon, so what's the big whoop? And like, as soon as fucking Raven hears that, she kind of like, what? Like, because she knows about her heritage. Damien and them already left. He would have waited until, like, Damien and them left. Damien, Beast Boy, and them kind of fucked off to, like, say stuff. And, like, Raven's looked at him as like, how the fuck did you know that? You smell a fucking demon, sweetie. It's not that difficult. Well, okay? Like, calm down. You're not all that special. He pulls out a race car bed from the wormhole and just kind of sets that down. As well as another bed that almost fits on top of it like a bunk. That is a, how do I say this? A tanker's cabin? Like how do I explain this? It's basically a tank turret on top of a bed, right? Which, if y'all don't know what I'm doing, for those who do, this shit's gonna be fun. But, in all reality, Izuku, who learning more and more about specific details alongside Raven, like, Raven's kinda getting a bit mad because Izuku's not taking her seriously at all, which, granted, like, usually wouldn't piss her off, but Izuku's doing it in a suggestive way to just, like, keep slapping her in the face about it. When she asks questions about the mask, and he just flat out asks, how's your mother doing? Like, that type of shit. Just shit that you shouldn't be saying to people. Which, like, especially people with Raven's fucking mentality. Like, Izuku doesn't care. For some reason, he's just hostile to Raven. And he doesn't know why. When he's wearing the mask. Until, like, Raven finally gets fucking fed up and leaves. Like, that's the kind of thing. And, like, after everything's done, Izuku pulls the mask off and he's like, why the fuck was I angry at that lady? Well, why did I not like her? Like, who the fuck is Trigon? Like, just has all this shit. Doesn't know a goddamn thing about Trigon. Like, he only knows the name. And now the fact that Trigon is probably a demon. Like, and then, like, Izuku walks out without the mask on from the room. And the mask is basically on his, on the top of his head, and he just walks out and starts, like, playing the game with Beast Boy and Sai. And the entire time he's just, like, using his omnipotence, basically, to see 1 second in the future in the fighting games and just slap their shit. Because that 1 second differential is fucking important. So, like, when they're playing, Robin doesn't really know about the powers without the mask, but he does know, he's really good playing that game. Like, and it's one of those situations to where, like, after he's done, he would stand up and just start kind of walking around and going to the kitchen bit. of the tower and bump into Starfire. And like, we all remember how Starfire was in the 2000s show. She was cheery, and Silky was a adorable ball of moth. Like, that's just Silky. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna say that the Silky incident did happen already. I am not gonna go by the show canon because I barely remember that shit. I'm just gonna go off of what villain do I want to bitch smack Izuku right now? Like, one of those. And like, to be honest, that first day is pretty chill, right? And then a interesting thing would happen where Cinderblock would attempt to basically break down on a bank, and at the same time, this is about like pretty kind of late in the night. It was meant to be somewhat of a divide and conquer mission that Slade wanted Cinderblock and Plasmus to do. One to go to attack the bank, and the other to go steal toxic waste. And Izuku went with Cyborg or to Cinderblock with Beast Boy, and the other half went to Plasmus. When Izuku like sees Cinderblock for the first time, and he just says, "How do we knock this unconscious?" And he's just like, "We kind of just don't." And kind of just knock its head off, and then it's dealt with. It's like, I see. So, Izuku puts the mask on, and almost immediately the fight begins. Cyborg firing lasers, Beast Boy transforms into a Triceratops. There it was. I was like, what the fuck? Why do I not remember this dinosaur? He transformed into it all the fucking time. Other than like a Velociraptor and a T-Rex once. That and like a pterodactyl. But regardless, Izuku and them just started fucking basically curb stomping. And the entire time, Izuku's letting out fucking quips. Right? And it's crazy. It's just basically, like, just rock hard quips. It's one of those situations to where, granted, it could be better, but, could be more brittle like brick. You know what I'm saying? But, like... Like, Izuku's just, like, the entire time just talking shit. And it's just, like, eventually just Beast Boy has to stop. Because he can't catch his breath anymore. And that's when Izuku would finally basically pull out a big-ass mallet and smash homie and just knock his head off. Cinderblock's head off. And just like, okay. And he turns around and says, that was easy. Easy, come on, Beast. We gotta go. And he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a motorcycle, gets on. Cyborg brought his car, but she's like, what? Why did you get a motorcycle? How do you know how to drive? And it's like, shh, calm down, it's fine. And when Izuku sits on it, like, for some reason a fucking stick shift appears. The handholds of the bike becomes one singular wheel. And it transforms into a three-wheeled bike, basically one of those motorized trikes that people ride around in. But too many exhausts, spitting out fire on some Wile E. Coyote shit, and just like takes the fuck off. Like, and about 15 seconds later, as Raven's about to be hit by Plasmus, just an entire part of the wall caves in, and the bike with Izuku on it smashes into Plasmus and explodes. Izuku's head rolls to Raven, proceeds to pop out spider legs and just starts skittering up the wall. Like, and everyone's just like, what in the fuck was that? Like, now by this time, the person who is Plasmus kind of like got knocked out already because a bike fucking slammed him out of the plasma body, just like, and just kind of, he's not dead, but oh, he wishes he was. His bones are fucked, and there is shrapnel in his legs and shit. He's gonna live, but Izuku fucked him up. As Izuku's just basically running around doing all this shit, yeah, like Robin's basically looking up at like the head of Deku, which grew spider legs, and he's like, "The fuck you looking at, Robin?" Like, I mean, fuck I do. And he's like, "How the fuck did you get here? Where is Cyborg and them?" And then it's like, "Oh, they're gonna be here in like 20 minutes. And so I decided, fuck it, and I took my bike out. And he just kind of looks over at the man that was Plasmus. Yeah, no, my way was faster, clearly. And he's just like, huh. I mean, he could be arrested, right? Right? It's one of those situations where Izuku's knows that he's alive, but he's acting like, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Like, it's one of those situations just to get underneath Robin's skin. Which, like, granted, Raven's fucking, like, he's grateful that she didn't get acid burns, but, still, fuck you. And just, out of the corner of his eye, he just looks at Raven and fucking winks. And, like, seemingly gets sucked into a small black hole, like, where the center of his, like, brain would be, and disappears. As he reappears back at the Titan's Tower. How we're watching movies with a, like, 4 things of pizza and a panini grill. Just like, well, that was a good day. Munch. Like, just shoving an entire panini in his mouth. Just like, this was a good idea. This was a good career decision. Just like, yeah, that was fun. And, let me tell you something. Who was he? Cinderblock finally fucking reforms. It's just like, well, he doesn't reform, but you understand what I mean. Cinderblock isn't dead. Okay, he is in captivity, but, you know, that's just kind of, he kind of fucked himself up a bit. So, it's gonna take some time for him to, like, unfuck his body. So, when it comes down just to how he is, when everyone gets back to the tower, there's like food and shit ready for them. And Izuku's standing there with the mask, and it's like, sup? Just like with a panini grill, basically watching over the hedge. Like, just casually fucking stuffing piles of fucking paninis in his mouth for no apparent reason. And almost immediately, the amount of food there is stupid. So, Beast Boy and Cyborg immediately on that shit like shit to stink. Like, it's just super fucking fast. Everyone's able to eat. But, yeah, no. First impressions, first job Izuku did was fucking amazing. He enjoyed it. Why? Simple. He got to hit people. And he got to confuse people and scare them and make them think he was dead. He finds that funny. But, yeah, no, Izuku just kind of chills for the rest of the night. And, for the people that, tell me to do What If series, like, I understand that I could wait a while to do a What If series, but sometimes I enjoy doing other things, right? I enjoy fanfiction somewhat. I don't really write it much, but I have a way of doing things that's unorthodox to most other people because I'm so fucking scatterbrained. So, for the people that do tell me to, like, do What If series, like, stuff that's already on the channel and to continue it and it's not clearly already over, I feel you, because I sometimes be doing that shit, but man, sometimes the creative juices need to be in specific spots for me to work. That and like things like this series, The Mask, I have to feel goofy and energetic when, like, you could tell my last couple videos I have been tired. Just keep that shit in mind. When I do specific videos, I gotta have a mood. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in a specific mindset to do specific videos. Like, for instance, the Locust video that came out yesterday, I believe. Well, actually, that's going to be coming out tomorrow. I put emotion in it, just like I do this one. I just have to act like the fucking hype man. And for two things, which, by the way, I'm letting you know, the Locust one, I am going to be doing in, like the Gears of War universe. But in all technicality, it's like going to be Gears 4. Sadly, I know, I understand. People are immediately going to look at me. You considered that a Gears game? Are you a fan? Like, no, I'm neutral when it comes to the new Gears games. Because they didn't add fucking beast mode like they should have. Because beast mode is fucking beast mode anyway. But, yeah, no. Basically, for me, I have to have specific feelings to do videos. The reason that I have like my last one was Doc Doom of the original series that I have been doing is because Doc Doom is something that where I have to have like a malicious intent. You have to feel almost spiteful and wrathful to get the right feel to the video. Like, some people consider what I do like a form of free-form DMing, which, granted, this is not D&D, but it's basically helping building storytelling skills, which are heavily involved in DMing, right? And, like, thinking of shit on the fly is my thing. And granted, there are scripted events here and there that I do follow, but that's the same thing. And with other stories, I break the mold when it comes to those, because they rip the fucking narrative and change shit. Because I find it fun, you know? Which is why tomorrow there will be a Locust video coming out. A Deku Locust video. Now, I'm only gonna ask you because I know, like, most of you are like, what the fuck is the light virus and what the fuck is Mega Man? And, well, everybody knows who Mega Man is. If you don't know who Mega Man is, I'm just gonna be surprised and look at you like I don't know you. But regardless of the fact, the life virus one, for instance, it's doing really good. But the latest video, in my personal opinion, was dog shit. Why? Simple. I fucking didn't have the right mood. But regardless, what I'm trying to say is, specifically, people want videos all the time, right? And if you want good shit, if you want quality, like actual good storytelling, except for me saying, oh yeah, this happens, with like no emotion, I have to have a specific mindset to do videos. Like I said, this could be used as an outlet because you could pour fucking emotions into it. Which is why, like, sometimes I will not upload a video. Why? Because some weeks I am emotionally fucking drained because I pour all of it into last week's videos, and I'm not about to post shit on my channel that I am not proud of. You feel me? That's just how it's gonna be. And if you don't like it, well, nah, I don't really care. But, sorry for the small rant. I hope all of you enjoy this video. I truly do, because this one, I believe I did well. And that encapsulated the fucking weird shit that the mask does. But, yeah. Hope all of you have a nice day. Like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Bye.